Welcome to this new edition of Video Books. I'm going to do the new book, The Startup of You. The Startup of You. Quite an intriguing book, and the whole premise is that if you're going to manage your career, you're going to manage it like a startup. Now, I've been part of many startups, and the energy is amazing. It's a great feeling of bonding with the team. You use your resources really wisely. And there are lots of lessons in this that I found just connecting and resonating with me. And I want to share that with you. I do hope you're going to like it. So let's dive right in.
About the author, Reed Hoffman. He is the co-founder of LinkedIn, which now boasts over 161 million professionals as of March 31st, 2012. He started LinkedIn in 2002 in his living room and has probably been one of the most successful angel VCs. About Ben, he has co-authored this book, and he's also been an entrepreneur, and he has written another book called My Startup Life, his experiences of what it means to run a startup. So why this book? Reed says there are Detroits everywhere. What was once prosperous is suddenly falling to ashes. One of the interesting things is that he says is you've got to think like a startup and have a permanent beta mindset, pretty much like Gmail. Started in 2002, remained in beta till 2009. You need a startup skill set, develop your competitive advantage, and plan. You got to iterate your plans many times and pivot to a real opportunity. But during the way, you need to build real, lasting relationships. And if you're going to find opportunities, you're going to have some great networks. If you're going to find your sweet spot, it's going to be between the intersection of thrills, skills, and builds. What are your aspirations? What turns you on? What's your passion? Skills is your assets, and builds is how you pay your way in the market realities, and that's what we're going to be looking at. I've always believed the market teaches everything. You have to be real. Dream with your feet on the ground. What do customers really want? And what will they pay for it? If they want you, you have to invest in yourself. A lot of people simply just don't do that. They don't have a budget for themselves. They're okay with paying EMIs for the house, for the car, for the LCD TV, but zilch, absolutely zero for themselves. Update your LinkedIn profile first. Ask yourself the question, what are my assets? What should I add? What should I shift away from? What's really my competitive advantage? Take inspiration from other professionals. Ask yourself the question, if I didn't go to work, what would be missing? If you work in a large company, your profile is being looked at by those who are interested, not just recruiters. So that's why you need to update your LinkedIn profile. And where do they go? They hit the advanced search button. You're going to be using keywords to search for the right people. Will you show up there? Here's an easy way to find your keywords. Go to Naukri.com or to Monster, and you will find that you can search for the kind of job, the kind of pay, and the kind of experience that you should have. And a whole list of profiles will pop up. Copy those job descriptions, maybe 4 or 5, into a Word document. Go to an interesting site called Wordle.net and take the text and paste it in that window, and something new will happen. This keyword cloud for a finance professional, a senior finance professional, and some of the words that came up were audit, finance, funding, compliance, as you can see there. As your word cloud, and then add it everywhere, in your headline, in the current and past jobs, in your interest, in your summaries. I must make a disclaimer, I did this purely for sharing purposes. You need to generate your own word cloud and use at least 5 or 6 job descriptions. Present yourself as a solution to someone's problem. Don't write VP of Finance, but instead write CA proficient in financial strategy, audit, global taxation, funding through venture capital, and IPO. Then they want to talk to you. The basics of adding a credential, your associations, and your certifications. You have to build more thought leadership. And a great way to do that is writing a white paper on your area of expertise and then being generous. Just give it away. If you've never written a white paper before, it's easier than you think. Here's how you do it. Buddy up with somebody, because writing is a team sport. And here's a couple of other tips. Do it on Google Docs so that even if you're traveling, both you and your buddy can work on it. Pick a topic together that others would value and research the topic. Where do you find the research stuff? Go to deepdive.com for the latest journals and give yourself a limited amount of time, say 30 days, and guess what? The paper will be done. Also build thought leadership with presentations. It's similar to writing white papers. Pick a current topic and make a presentation. But choose good images. And you can use a site like prestock.com I'm using that for years, and I found them to be really good and inexpensive, and then upload it to a site like slideshare.com. To find some great opportunities, you got to use a tool called Signal, which is hidden inside LinkedIn. Select your first and second level connections, and you'll see updates from them. What doors are opening? Who's connecting to whom? What blogs and articles are keep people reading? And you'll find a whole rich world opening up for you. This is one of the key points that Hoffman and Kasnoka make, that what really matters are the 3 degrees of separation. It may be 6 degrees for the whole world, but 3 degrees is what matters, because that's when trust is preserved. If you look at that image over there, is that you want to connect to Bob, and somebody in your line actually knows Bob. And that's really important for trust to be preserved. The message this book brings you is that the best time to network is before you need one. And the best way to network is to contribute. Be generous and give it away. You may have noticed I did this book differently. I didn't just focus on the book itself, but also on how you could become a LinkedIn power user. This is a great book, and I strongly recommend you get a copy of your own. Thanks for watching, and I've enjoyed being with you.